How do I remove the... Hello? I don't know how... Hey, folks! Let's get this adjusted. Is anyone here? Trying to not show my mess there. Oh my gosh, I lost my needle. Oh, there we go. Where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Hi! So I was about to show one of my makes, and then I was like, oh no! Part of it is like unraveling, so I have to like really quick knot it up before I show it. Can you hear me okay? Because I kept pressing the mute and unmute button, and now I got confused, and now I don't know if I'm muted or not muted. Hi, White Dove. Welcome. I guess it's Texas in the house tonight. Okay, cool. So, I'm actually wearing one of my tops that's done in Tunisian crochet. I think this was my own design. I can't remember, but I don't recall there being a pattern, so which I think makes it mine. And it's I think I used comfy cotton. And I also think I didn't make it last year. I think I made it a few years ago, which is why I can't remember. So I should have probably written these things down. Hi, Mary Beth. Hi, Mimi. I just put out a video, Mimi. Figured I might not stay too long, but at least just to come out and say hi. And I haven't done a late night live in a while. And I don't have enough yarn here to make a knot. Maybe we'll just weave in this end and pretend it'll stay tucked away. So welcome, Mary Beth. Thank you. Thanks, Mimi. Lovely top, Tunisia. How long have I been doing Tunisian? I learned it during the pandemic. I taught myself. So we'll say maybe that was 2020. I'm thinking, because I don't think I did it in 2019. I also taught myself how to loom knit during the pandemic, as well as I got my circular knitting machine, the Centro, and then later on got the Addie King. So I also learned how to use that while I was in lockdown. And also at that time, in 2020, my hand pain was getting worse. So it was hurting a lot to crochet regularly, and it was before I got my Clover Soft Touch hooks. So I started doing Tunisian to help me with the hand, so my hands wouldn't hurt so much, and so that it actually uses different muscles, like with your hands and how you hold the hook and everything. And I was also doing loom knitting, which also uses different muscles, and I have the ergonomic hook, which is this. I haven't done some loom knitting in a while, and I haven't shown any videos. I was thinking of maybe doing a video to show like a intro, like, hey, these are some of the looms that I have, but it's on my super long list of videos to make that I haven't made. Thank you, Mimi. Sorry, Mimi, that you can't sleep too. I know Michael's been dealing with a pain flare-up now for a few. Comes back down. So So Mimi's asking, what are the best tools for Tunisian and size? Mimi, that's a complicated question. It has a complicated answer. It's not an easy, straightforward answer. It depends what you're making, right? Like just with regular crochet, it depends what hook you're using. It depends what yarn you're using, what you want to make, what stitches you want to make, what's the recommended hook size. So usually for Tunisian, the recommendation is 2 or 3 sizes at least bigger than what the label says for the yarn. But again, that can vary by the pattern. And then there's tools for doing Tunisian crochet in the round, which is these double-ended hooks. They also have metal ones that just have one end, which I don't personally like too much because they get heavy. But I started using one of those. And, I actually tried to be organized this week. And I actually, I had gotten this container. Sorry, don't mean to show my armpits to people, but the stuff I want to show you is behind the laptop. I had gotten this case from Mary Maxim. I think it's for knitting needles. Sorry, my living room's a mess. And I decided to organize stuff and put things away. So these are some of the hooks that I've been using for projects that I kind of have active on my hook, except I took the hook out because I use the hooks for other stuff. So I've been putting it in this case that has flaps, so it's easier for me to travel with sometimes, because sometimes the cables get all tangled and all that. So I have this whole plastic kit hook. I have one Denise one, and then I have another one that's on Amazon that I had bought. I don't like the Denise one because it would come undone for my cable, which is highly frustrating for me. I guess I yank or pull too hard. It doesn't lock well. So honestly, the cheaper one that's on Amazon works fine as the kit. These were my first cheap sort of corded hooks that are colored, that are bamboo. I have all sorts of different sizes. I did break one once where the plastic broke off while I was doing a baby blanket, so I just bought another set. I mean, it's cheap enough. But my favorites, which I don't have here. Oh, this is part of the Denise set. And this is what I mean. You're working it, and then of course now it doesn't do it right when I want it to do, and it just comes undone. And it really sucks when you have more than 50 or so stitches on your cable. And I don't have my clover one close by, which is my bamboo clover. They have a double-ended one I like, but they also have one with a cord, so that one's kind of my favorite. I can't remember. I think I may have gotten the swivel cord for it, but I don't remember if that one comes with swivel cord or not. I have swivel cord for this, and this is the newer one that I had bought from We Crochet that they came out with. They actually came out with a set that has double of the hooks so that you can do Tunisian and the round, and then have one hook on one side and one hook on the other. Cable's really nice. The wood is really, really nice. My main issue with this hook is that if you notice, compared to this, to the tip, I don't know if you see it, this one's round. It's blunt, which really bothers me. So when I was working on the project with the boucle thin yarn where I was doing the cardigan, I couldn't use this hook. So to me, that was pointless. It worked fine when I was working it with the Karen Simply Soft yarn. But yeah. So it's not a hook. So neither of these are ones that I recommend. So I think a lot of it's also personal preference of what you like working with and what type of yarns you like working with. For me, the long metal one, it hurts my hands to hold the metal. It gets cold. Plus with the weight, once you have too many stitches on there. White Dove, do I have arthritis? Yeah, I have it in my spine. I have another issue going on. That's an autoimmune disease that I believe was probably what was causing the hand pain. But I really don't, I'd rather not go into that here on YouTube concerning my health issues. But, yeah, and I agree with that, Michael. Afghan hooks are good to start to see whether you like with it or not. You can use a regular hook. And then Mimi saying, Nessa, I have many hero hooks. Used to be my favorite, but now Bates girl all the way. Yeah, I really like my Susan Bates hooks. That's what I use. And then Mary Beth is saying that she loves loom knitting as well as regular knitting. I do too. It really worked out well. Like to do the loom knitting with the Tunisian. And then Mimi saying, yes, Michael went to the doctor for pain today. Doctor's office is at hospital. Oh my gosh. That's really far. Hopefully, maybe you can get a handicap parking pass and park closer. Hi, Barb. Welcome. Sorry, I'm kind of behind on the chat. Very behind. And then Mimi's asking Michael if she can use her regular hooks for Tunisian. Mimi, you can if it's not a very wide project. So let me show you. So, for example, I made this top many years ago. Make sure I show you the right side. Yes, it's a top. It's like a little halter top. It might help if I hold it the right way. So this is like the little neck part. And then that like goes around you. So this you can probably do with a regular hook. If you notice, it's actually mitered squares. This is my own design. This is my own pattern. I was doing a different pattern where I was following the pattern to do some shawl that was mitered squares. And I actually didn't want to do the shawl. Like I got to this far and I'm like, this would make a super cute top. And I believe this was the Lion Brand mandala tweed stripes, which is now discontinued. This was one of their more foresty colors or something like that. But if you notice, it was done in the round. So I actually start here. Maybe if I stopped moving it so much. And then I go outward. And I move outward. Doop, 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 doop. And it worked like that. Growing like center out. Sorry. This is the top. I'm not sure if that's very visible. And each of the squares are like mitered squares individually. You see where this is the beginning center point. That's the edge. And you go connecting them. Thank you, Mimi. All my in the round and Afghan hooks are an old water bottle at the top cut off. Hi, Lulu. Thank you for watching the videos. I just saw your comment. Mimi, sure to see if you like it. You can do interlock with them. Yeah. An interlocker sort of looks like short rows, but it's like, either 5 to 10 stitches. You can pick how many stitches you want to do. You do that. I'm thinking if I have anything close by that's interlock, but I don't think I do. Like hand reach distance. I don't know. I guess Nightbot has a little bit of an attitude. I just set him up for my channel. Actually, if you type rainbow, he should be able to drop a channel. But I don't know if he's working right. So sorry about that. It's okay, Mimi. I have one tutorial in English and Spanish for how to do the Tunisian simple stitch on my channel. But Michael has a lot more different tutorials on his channel on how to do Tunisian crochet. I've been meaning to do more tutorials. I just haven't had the time. My focus is really more that I want to get Tunisian out there to have some Spanish language tutorials. I think it would be great to continue to expand it worldwide, and have it in different languages for the tutorials. I know, I was like, sorry. Thank you so much, Cindy. Hi. And they're saying hi to each other. Inline Extreme, the brown one. Well, I thought your Knitter's Pride, Michael, your hooks, the tip wasn't as blunt for the top. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And then Mimi's saying she'll start accumulating. I'm assuming those are the Afghan hooks. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's horrible. Hospitals should totally have a handicap parking. Should be more accessible there. Thank you, Mimi. That's funny. Michael's saying he barely uses Afghan hooks, only to scratch his back. The metal ones, huh? Except if you use your metal ones with the cord, you're like, oh, scratch open your back. They're so sharp. It'll have like claw marks, and Panda will be like, what were you doing that you have these claw marks on your back? Were you in a fight with a hawk? Oh, cool. Thank you, Mary Beth. Yeah, so I made this top. I don't know, I mentioned that when I was coming in, but I can't remember. I think it was Comfy Cotton, and it's definitely Tunisian crochet. I don't think I made it last year. I may have made it the year before, or even older than that. Thank you, Mimi. I'm guessing you meant this top. It was pretty. That's funny. Be patient with Nightbot. I would suggest Mimi for a first project for Tunisian, Michael's headband. I mean, I make the headband too. I just haven't put out any video tutorials for makes for Tunisian crochet. I just recently designed a shawl, which I have in the video that I did. My days are an illusion. I can't remember. It was this week. And I think I called it a sweater stole or a sweater wrap. Maybe the term infinity stole might be better for it, but the front part doesn't connect. So I just designed that. I haven't written up the pattern, but I also don't know if there's any demand for anyone to want the pattern. So I'm like, why should I write it if it, let me see how interested people might be in the pattern, and then maybe I'll write it. Oh, thank you. I actually lost this one tonight, so I decided to put my little Jack Skellington earring. And I was like, you know what? I'll just keep it different. And it looks like it's like on a safety pin, which is really cool. Oh, cool. So yeah, if you guys want to have your channel dropped, please type rainbow. It should drop your channel. Unless Nightbot's being weird. He dropped my channel. I don't know why he didn't drop Mimi's. And then Michael's saying, Mimi, try a cotton-based washcloth or dishcloth or pot holder or something small that you can work with. Or like little acrylic coasters if you don't want to deal with cotton for your first time, since it's not very stretchy. Or maybe do a cotton acrylic blend and do a little coaster. Yeah, I don't know why he's only working for me. I guess Nightbot's like, that's it. I'm not dropping channels for you guys. Sorry. Michael says he tried to learn Spanish, but he couldn't get into it. He kept wanting to speak French and German. Yeah, I sometimes change into all the different languages too. Hi, Yvette. Yeah, we couldn't sleep either. Maybe I have to log in and out for Nightbot. Let us see. because I kept getting confused, like whether I was on the right channel or not the other day with the live. Okay, so I logged off and logged back in. Well, his little recent timeouts, he like apparently timed out Mimi and JB for putting emojis too. Maybe I need to change that setting. Welcome, Yvette. And then Mimi's saying, I plan to make my first shawl for my daughter-in-law for her birthday on July 27th. I purchased unforgettable gossamer 3 hanks. Nice. That should really, really pretty. And then she says she loves that color, the colorway. It's restful, but just in case, I bought her a pair of 2 something counts earrings, studs of tanzanite. Quartz. No, quartz. No. Holy cow, what does that stand for? Cubic something. Anyways, if you remember, type it out. I can't remember. Carrots. 2 carat earrings. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Anyways. Yay. Okay, now it's starting to drop the channels. And maybe that's what it was, that I had to log into the right. I had to log out and log back in Nightbot. Yay, it's working. It's working. I think the timer is a bit longer as it's, yeah, it is. I think I put it, let's see how much I put it for. 87 seconds, so you guys have to wait. I figured that way people wouldn't spam it. So yeah, I think this was cute. I've never really worn it out. I think by the time that I remember I have it, like, summer's passed. And the thing was that because it's not like a cotton yarn and it's like an acrylic yarn, it's actually pretty warm top. The same with this. This is the one I have on right now is a pretty warm top too, but I have the air conditioning running, so I'm kind of okay with it. And it's still a little like see-through-ish. Yeah. So then you're wearing 2 tops at the same time. You know, I was always usually cold, except when it's like 90 degrees out. And then recently I've been having like hot flashes or night sweats. So, yeah. But I'll like get really hot all of a sudden and then really cold. Did Stephanie not join? Stephanie, are you here? Maybe she went to bed. Maybe I should. She told me to text her when I come on late at night to let her know that usually she can't sleep. Mimi's saying, I really only care for cotton or wool for wearable, but not for me. I'm so huge. My body has East Coast and West Coast. Aw. Panda's always hot no matter what the temperature. That's because he's Puerto Rican, right? Half Rican. I'm half Rican too, but I'm half Costa Rican. That's a different type of Rican. Which is kind of funny because they call us like a yuca because it's like half Costa Rican, half Cuban. And then there's like a different nickname if they're like Puerto Rican or half Puerto Rican, which is if it's full Puerto Rican, then they're Boricua. Yeah, Dawn Yerndal usually is a late nighter. I mean, maybe she's here and she just has that, but usually when she's on, she'll like say hi. So. That must be my my Rican comments. But yeah, but I should definitely wear this one of these days. And then the other thing is too is like, what the heck do I wear with it? that matches the colors. So I think maybe I need to make this, but like in a different color. So yeah. Anyways, but I was like, I should take the, but it fits me real nice, you know, like it looks really nice on. But I did think it might be a little too revealing for live YouTube or YouTube video. Not really planning to come on here like in halter tops and bathing suits. Thank you, Mimi. Yes, Costa Rica is definitely very beautiful. And yeah, that panda is half Puerto Rican, half Italian. Hi, Patricia. Welcome. Then Mimi mentions I'm with Panda. I have home unit on the home unit on 73 and the AC unit for my bedroom windows on 60. Oh no, that's way too cold for me. If I'm too cold, then my joints hurt. We got a Thriss. Hi, Thriss. Yeah, thanks. Maybe jeans. I mean, it does have blue in there too. Welcome, Thriss. I was saying that I should probably show it better, huh? That I made this a few years ago. It's Tunisian crochet. It's mitered squares that I was doing a shawl, and I decided to stop making the shawl and that it would look cute in a halter top. And it's actually center out. So I started here in the middle, and then I worked my way out with the mitered squares, like in a circular shape. And I'm like really bad at trying to hold this up and explain it. And talk at the same time. Yeah, like if I put it in my mouth, I can't talk. Here we go. So yeah, so that goes like that, and then you go around, and then you go more around, and then it changed color on me. It was probably this square. It was probably up here, and then I changed color. You know, like it changed itself. It was the mandala tweed stripes. I got lost in my chat. Okay, Mimi saying hi to Thriss. Oh yeah, Thriss. So you can type rainbow in, and it should drop your channel. But I just recently put Nightbot on here, so you know, it's kind of doing its own thing a little bit. And then Thriss, I also made this top in Tunisian crochet, but that was a while ago, like I don't know, more than a year ago or two, and I think it was done in comfy cotton. So, and this is all Tunisian simple stitch. Sorry, I can't even remember what I did, but yeah, that was Tunisian simple stitch. And then Michael's saying it's always 70s in the house during summer and 69 in winter. If you ever see my lives, I always have a heating blanket on and legs and feet. Yeah, I would too. I keep my AC in 75 because I'm kind of cheap, and yeah. And then I keep the heat on 67 because gas is really expensive. So I usually have a blanket on me because I'm cold and gas is expensive and it's a big house. And Mimi's asking how Dee is doing. Oh, jeans would look good with that. Yes, thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah. Thank you, Thriss, that the top is cute, and Mimi saying that she's running Dee's videos. Hi, Barb. And Barb is saying hi to Thriss. Yeah, Dee was on the live. That was really sweet of her, and she did a super chat. So I was lurking, Michael, so that you would get hours. I was a good girl, though. I had the phone next to me while I was driving. I was not looking. Only at the red light did I, like, you know, glance over and see that she had done a membership. Actually, it's pretty easy to tell because you mention it while you're live, and then also then you play the music. So then, because there were so many like super chats and members joining, it was like, yeah, I get to dance to music. Sorry, that was funny. Oh, thanks, Mimi. She says I look good in anything. But yeah, I think jeans would look cute with it. Then Thriss is saying hi to Barb. Oh, Mimi, Michael's live was today. I think around 6 p.m. Eastern time. Don't quote me on the time. I don't know. I was really busy today, driving back and forth. And then Sandy's saying hi to Thris and hi to Barb. Yes, you do. You do. It's not that hard. I promise. It's just stitches, more stitches on a hook. That's all. And the stitches are a little different. That's all. It's just adds more variety to your vocabulary, to your crochet vocabulary. And then Mimi's asking if Dee was doing okay. Sandy's saying hi to everybody. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. And that Mimi wants to learn Tunisian too. Nice. And then Michael says that to Thris that they are working on the concept they talked about for Tunisian. And yeah, that D seemed all right. I mean, it's hard. I'm sure, like with grief, it comes in waves. That's very sweet of you, Mimi. That's really nice that you're there for her, Thris, and that you're close by and that you were there for her on the live. I know I had stopped briefly on the live on Saturday, but I couldn't. It was a lot for me emotionally, and it's just a lot. It's just not the natural order of things. Sadly, yeah, so that's nice to know about the update of how Dee is doing. Yes. Oh, Thris, how are you feeling? How are your eyes doing? Oh, hi, Stephanie. Well, if you can sleep, go sleep, dear. I don't want to keep you up. It's almost like 3 a.m., so I probably shouldn't stay up too much longer anyways, because if not, I'm not going to be able to wake up tomorrow morning for work at 9 a.m. And then everybody's saying hi to Stephanie. Oh, and then Thris, so I should show this because I don't think you saw this. I just released it in the video that I just released tonight. I just finished this. It's pattern from Bag O' Day from Crystal. It's the High Expectations shawl, and it was done with the Red Heart Roll With It Sparkle. Yeah, the opal colorway. Then I got it Ollie's for $3. It's like one of the cheapest shawls that I made. I'm like, that is like, wait, yeah. You see, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Can't pass up a good bargain. I think I had only bought maybe 2 cakes of this, and this actually survived the car accident that I was in where I totaled my car. So the car kind of flipped. It didn't go completely over. Like, I didn't land on the top of the car. Thank goodness it was a Subaru, which is why I'm still here and why I didn't break any bones and why I was able to walk out of the car. I couldn't get the door open after the crash. Like, they didn't hit my door, but they hit the passenger door on my side, and that knocked me on the side, so it messed up that side. It broke the whole back windshield of the car. Hopefully my dad is not watching this video later on because I didn't give him all those details. And so I don't think I flipped on the top because the top didn't have any scratches. And then somehow I think I hit the curb and then the car righted itself back. But then when I tried to open the door to get out, I couldn't. So luckily a really sweet couple stopped by at the side of the road and stopped and asked if I needed help. And I was like, yes, because I thought I was going to have to crawl through the back of the broken windshield. And they opened the door, so I was able to get out of the car. In that, right before the ambulance showed up, I was like, can I walk? Because I was on my way to aquatic PT. So here I had a bathing suit underneath, which was horrible because usually I change when I'm at the place. So I get out, and what do I see? I see that some of the yarn had flown out of the window through the back windshield thing. So I'm here hobbling, picking up my yarn, throw it back into the car. Eventually the ambulance came, and I was in substantial pain. My neck hurt and upper back. and my regular back pains. So they were like, ma'am, are you like in pain? And I thought I had possibly hit my head. So I was like, yeah. And they're like, do you want to go to the hospital? I was like, yes, I probably should. So they actually took me to the hospital in the ambulance, and I just left the car there. So luckily I had called a friend, and I was just like, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you, but I just kind of like wrecked the car and totaled it. Can you make it to the accident place? And so they made it there after I was already in the hospital, but luckily they figured out where my car got sent to, and they wrote all that down for me, and then came to see me in the emergency room in the hospital. But there was no space, so they had me in the stretcher in the like lobby hallway of the hospital. And I'm here in this stupid bathing suit, a one piece, like hoping that they, but like tied to the stretcher. So I couldn't move, and I just wanted to be out of the bathing suit. And I'm like in this ton of pain, and the pain meds weren't strong enough. And it was just a whole thing. Yeah, and unfortunately, like I had a 12-pack of soda back in there too. So some of the soda spilled on some of the yarn. It was like 2 or 3 balls of Karen Simply Soft that I couldn't save, like in red. But like the blanket that I did, that I gave to Crystal for Crystal's auction for a bag a day of crochet, actually like part of that yarn I had bought for that blanket was in the car when I had the car accident. And that's actually the blanket that I started and I was working on right after the car accident when I couldn't like do much and I was all bruised up. Which is kind of why I called it my survivor blanket. Thank you, Thris, for the colors that I picked. Yeah, for the shawl, it just was kind of like that cake. Stephanie had mentioned it and I decided to pick it. And now I'm like, where was I in the chat? Okay, everybody's saying hi to Stephanie. And Mimi's asking how Cindy's doing. And Michael said, I know it's hard. It's been a month. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my mom passed in 2016 and I still miss her a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, Thris. I'm sorry for your loss, Thris, for your son. And for your eyes, I'm sorry. It must be really painful. I hope you feel better and it goes back to normal. I'm sorry you lost your mom, Mimi. And your niece. Yeah, I'm still here though. I know Subarus are amazing. So I'm like, you know what? This is my 3rd Subaru. When I went to the dealership, this is what I want. I want the Forester. This is why I'm still here. This is why I have no broken bones. This is why I was able to walk away from the car accident. I'm sold. Yeah, save the yarn. No yarn left behind. I know. So, so like I said, so the sodas exploded, right? So this is like a few days later. I go with friends because at this point I have no car. The car insurance place isn't giving me the rental car. Plus, I needed help to get through all that because I had a lot of yarn back there, a good amount, because I hadn't unloaded the car and lessons learned, right? So we actually threw away at least 2 or 3 skeins because it had gotten the soda, and then because the glass had broken and fallen, like there was pieces of glass like within the yarn, and in those it had like bigger chunks. So I'm like, it's probably just safer to throw this out. But some of the other bags like still had glass, so I had to go through all of it and take out pieces of glass. And to this day, like I keep that yarn separate in case it still has because sometimes the yarn you get really, really small shards of like glass that you can't really see. So before I use any of those, I want to shake it out some more outside just in case. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. That's a lot of loss. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Thank you. But yeah, like so that's why when I sent it over to Crystal, like I had put the pictures of my 2 doggies that I had that have already passed that were rescues, and then I tell part of the story of the blanket. And I typed it up so it would be easier for her to read, and then I put a picture of my current boy that I adopted in August. He's 5. He's a Great Pyrenees mix, Jupiter. He's He's sleeping right now behind the sofa. Yeah, that's true about worse things than the eyes. No worries. Yeah, there's always one shard. Hi, Nifty. Welcome. Okay, so I showed these 3 things. Oh, I wanted to show some books. That's what I kept the books here. Thank you, Michael. Yes. That you saw the, yeah, it was really nice. It was really sweet of her to take the time and actually, like, you know, read the letters that are sent with the blankets. That's just really sweet. And I'm glad I survived. I had a Kleenex around here somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Anyways, so there was mention of this author. He has a few crochet books. I don't think the other Designer Crochet is the other book. I tried to order the other book, and I had ordered it through Walmart online, and then they went ahead and they canceled my order, so it didn't arrive. But I had seen this one also used online, and I ordered it. I think I got it for like less than $3 or $4. So I was like, sure, why not? So I was like, you know what? I was like, let me show it. I think this is an older pattern of his, and the author is Shannon Mullett-Bowlsby. I like that it's size inclusive. The patterns looked really cool, pretty different. I guess the regular going price was like $17.95 or $21 Canadian. They're pretty original. My thing was when I looked at them, like those are some, was that they look pretty intricate. So this is probably, I mean, it looked like it had a few that were maybe easy patterns, but I don't think I would consider it like a book for a beginner, if that makes sense. Maybe an advanced beginner wants to challenge themselves. Like, it's really pretty. And he also uses like a lot of patterns have thinner weight yarn. There were a few that have like 4-weight yarn or DK. But some of the really, really pretty ones are like lace weight or fingering weight. So let's see how I can show this to you guys. You know, I really like it when they have a picture and they show everything. So like this one, he considers this like experienced. I'm going to do like this so that I don't show the pattern, but like that one's really pretty. But that's like experience level. And it doesn't look like it'd be very comfortable either to wear. Just saying. This one's Cocoon Shrug, so it's like intermediate. Also very pretty. And like a 4-weight. Thank you, Thris. Aw, that is so sweet of you. She says she's glad I'm here too, that I'm a good human. I have that designer one floating around here somewhere. Aw, thank you. So have you done any patterns from that book? And yeah, it is pretty, Michael. This is like a wrap front shrug. We'll just do that. I'm not the best at this, so sorry, guys. But yeah, you see, that's a 1 there. So yeah. I was like, you know, I'm not doing all that work for a shrug. Like, it's just not happening. Maybe a beautiful shawl, yes, but not a shrug. I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of a shrug anyways. That's just me. It's just too much of my life spent on that. This one's pretty, but again, like it's labeled as experienced. And it looks pretty. Like it has some pretty cables back there and all that. And like really intricate in the front. There we go. I'm trying to do it so that it doesn't catch the glare. It says it's raised front double crochet V-stitches and fans. And trellis cables. Talk about giving me a headache. Whoa. I mean, I'm going to show this because I don't think anybody was really going to screenshot it and try to do that. Like off my video. That's a major skill if they can do that and they can read it with a, you know, like maybe with a magnifier glass. Oh, yeah, these are like a lot of work. Here's a shawl collar cardigan. He labels this as easy with using fine weight yarn. I don't think I'd consider that an easy pattern. You know, that's just me. But it's pretty. It's just not really my style. Guess it looks like bead or seed stitches or something for the sleeves. Oh, that worked out well. And that's like it's very detailed. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this one's beautiful. I really like this one. Half circle cardigan. If I get like non-lazy, I may try this. I don't know if I'd even be able to match a gauge, to be honest. Maybe with some ice yarn I have there. But look at that. It's like just pages and pages of pattern. All that's pattern. Then they have this one. You know, it's pretty. It's just experience, but it's just not me. I don't know. I think it looks really blocky. So I don't care what kind of body shape you have. It's just, I don't know. I don't like how it looks on. Right? I agree with that. Anything with a fine weight is not easy. I mean, unless it's that other top I was wearing. It wasn't too complicated, but it hurt my hands. I agree with you, Yvette. I actually learned how to knit about 20 years ago. I've been crocheting for 37, so 20 years is not that long ago in the relative scheme of things. And I think knitting cables is a lot easier than crocheting cables. Crocheting cables I find challenging. It's still something. Even Tunisian crochet cables I find easier than regular crochet cables. Oh my god, cute. Which one, Thris? Not the boxy. Okay, yeah, the one before. Yeah, I think the one before was really cute. So yeah, that's the one I think Thris is talking about. I like that his patterns are very like different, very original. Like reminds me of like very like New York, like runway kind of thing. Very designer, very chic boutique. This is apparently the front of that blue one, which is pretty cool. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Yeah, you see, and then they do it in orange, and I'm like, that, you know, she's a beautiful woman. That is not a flattering top. You know what I think? I think if they would have done a different neckline, I think the neckline like that, maybe it makes the whole thing look wider with the way the sleeves are too. It just looks too blocky. Hi, Golden Age Crochet. Welcome. Sorry, Mimi. That's probably my fault because the way I program Nightbot. Yes, I agree, Mimi. I think V-neck. And like this one too, the circle T-top. It's pretty. It's pretty stitches. It does not look pretty on. It does not look pretty on. So I think the necklines leave a bit to be desired. Plus, you'd be like this. Ugh. No. I like this. I like to breathe. If I have a hot flash coming on, I got space. And if I'm cold, that's why I have a shawl. I throw the shawl on. Easy fix. See, the back looks nice. But oh, which age are you talking about? Tris, you mean me? I'm 46. So yeah, I thought we were around the same age. The circular is beautiful. The blocky one is yay blocky. So yeah, like no, I learned to knit when I was like, I think before college, more or less, or something. I don't know. My years are kind of off. It was a VHS tape that I learned how to knit off of. I told that story off of Shannon Art Junkies Live, where it was like, yeah, it was a Lion Brand Learn to Knit kit that had these big needles and had big, like, chunky wool yarn, and it had a VHS tape, so you watch the tape to learn how to knit with a little booklet. I still have it. I still have it. But, yeah. Yeah, you see? And then this is, like, a model for a plus size in that top. I mean, not that I like those type of collars, but I just don't think it looks well with the whole rest of the design. Maybe Thirst is younger than me. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I agree, Mimi. The models aren't matching well to the items. You still have time, Thriss. You still have time. This is a rectangular top. This is a pretty top. I don't think I'd make it, and I wouldn't wear it, and it's not my style. I don't know. It just seems like it's pretty. It's just, I don't know. It's just not me. Again, I think I still have that issue with that collar. I mean, here it looks better, but it's probably because she's smiling. Because here she's like serious, and it's like, oh boy. But you see, I like better how that looks, where it's like more of a cowl. So I guess was it not a cowl before? Oh no, it wasn't. Okay, so that's a different neckline. Yeah, I like that better. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the glare. There we go. She's just so serious in there, though, you know? Like, a smile wouldn't kill her. Sorry. I'm so mean. Oh, I am. Oh, thank you. I'm kind of dense with compliments. Like a little oblivious there. Top wide of arms. I'm in my 30s, and you thought we were, oh, thank you. No, yes. No, I'm like mid 40s. I'm like Michael's age. And Michael says eventually want to learn knitting, but yeah, you have a whole lifetime of things to do for videos, Michael. With Tunisian, you're never gonna have time to knit. I mean, I shouldn't laugh. I have like a list of more than 100 different videos I want to make. Just my swatch along. I need to do video number 5. Sorry, folks, I'm a little late. It was supposed to be Sunday, and yeah, it's a long list. I can like show you, because you know it's still a book, right? We're still on topic, sort of. Praying that everything doesn't topple over with all the patterns and the hooks. Yeah, so this is what I got myself into when I decided to do a swatch along. And I counted them all, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna do at least 53, and that's removing everything that was advanced in the book, which are like all the like major textured stitches and the post stitches towards the end and cable triangles and things like that. So, and that's just a list of, you know, the videos for the swatch along from this book. Yeah, you see? So folks who are not content creators, these are the things we go through of all the work for preparation for our content for video. Yes, I'm very meticulous. So I've gone through the whole book and like flagged everywhere where it was the swatches to do for the swatch along. And then I like the colors are the different levels. and which ones work for doing a series or not a series, or which ones might be too complicated. I think blue was too complicated. Next time I need to write what my legend is. Yeah, you see, so this was like a whole section of like just stranded color work, which is why I labeled it blue. Yeah, I agree. That smile wouldn't kill her. And then Yvette says it's geometry, so one are square, others are rectangle, some are too boxy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Doris, I need more arms and more time. So she says, I need a set of 8 arms and nothing but time. There's so many things I'm designing and I wish I was crocheting faster. Yeah, me too. Mimi says she's getting better on speed, but it's still a challenge. And Yvette says she's been knitting and crocheting for longer than you are old. That's wonderful. I'm glad you're still doing it. And Patrick is a sleep terrorist, Thris is saying. And then Michael saying, that's a good amount. Mine is all in a spreadsheet. Was at 314 stitches a few days ago, 328. Yeah. Yeah, it just keeps getting longer. Keep thinking of other ideas, and I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, oops, sorry. Didn't mean to curse. I'm like, oh, I can, like, do this book review. I have two books that are sitting there that are in Spanish that are waiting for me to review that I haven't gotten around to. Plus all the other things. And then my aunt was like, well, aren't you going to, like, translate and, you know, do this videos in Spanish for the yarn unboxings? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing my yarn unboxing in Spanish. I'm like, I think a lot of times these companies don't even ship to Latin America or don't even ship to other countries. So it's going to be a limited audience anyways. I mean, yeah, there's people in the US that don't speak English that could probably buy it, that just speak Spanish, but, you know, how big of an audience is that really? Because it's a whole other extra recording time. Hi, Golden Age Crochet. They said, Michael, I managed to get a 4mm metal and a next 5mm. I'm not sure what that's about. Hi, little Lego. Welcome. And then Mimi says that she loves the 5mm inline like Bates. Okay, back to my book. That's awesome. 52 years crocheting. Ooh, which countdown? I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I forgot. Yvette, are you kidding? My stress relief. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi to people. Little Lego said they just finished the exclusive video. Yes, I read Spanish. To be played during their live tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then Michael says Panda cannot speak a lick of Spanish, but he can understand it and not speak it. Yes. Nifty, I can read Spanish. I'm fluent speaker. My grammar sucks, so my writing is not that good because I was my mom taught me at home. But I'm a fluent native speaker. Actually, my mom taught me to speak Spanish at home before I learned English, and then she was like, you can learn English at school. So actually I learned how to crochet in Spanish. So I know how to like read patterns and everything. And the thing is, the stitches were different names because it was like my grandma's friend and my grandma taught me. And they were from Cuba, and that was like they left with the whole Castro thing. So you're talking about them learning when it was like 1930s, 1940s, maybe even 1920s Spanish, right? So their terms are going to be really different than modern day current crochet terms. So I'm not always like okay on what the terms are for the crochet for the stitches in Spanish. I also know a few other languages. I got an SB hook, and that one is 5mm. Am I caught up? Bye, Sandy. Good night. And they're talking about hooks, languages, saying goodnight. Okay, I'm going to go back to the book, to this one. I think I'm all caught up in chat. And then Mimi's asking about the wedding. Then there's this one, a gathered shoulderless sleeveless top, which the author thinks is easy, but is done in super fine weight. So you be the judge of that. I'm going to say that is not easy, but that's just me. I mean, it's not a complex pattern like design, but... And I don't know, not totally flattering picture for her either, but it's just me. It's really pretty, but I don't know. Call me nuts. I don't think that's easy. Or maybe his level of easy is a little different than other people's levels of easy I've seen. I mean, it's not 5 pages, a pattern. And then this one, this neck tunic, that's easy too. You know, listed as easy. I mean, this one, the stitch is pretty simple. They're just like V-stitches. But they're so small. I don't even think you can see the stitches because it's so dark, the yarn they used. Like little grids. Little grids. Little grids. Honestly, that looks machine knit. Then there's pretty wraps. This one's pretty. This is experience level. Yeah, I agree. Too tight on the model. Yeah, here it's 3, Sandy, so I have to go to sleep soon. And then Mimi's saying here too, but they just took their bone meds and must sit up and drink lots of water tomorrow. Nausea hits. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have Zofran for that. Ooh, this is pretty. This is the back of it. Yeah, I took my sleeping pill around like midnight. You would think it would have kicked in by now, but it hasn't. Feel like I'm wide awake. And I'm super tired from today too, from physical therapy, from aquatic PT. Yeah, that's really pretty. Wonder if you list this is easy. Okay, this one was experience. I agree with that. Holy cow, this is like more pages of pattern. And there's more. And there's more. That one's pretty. You see, now this looks nice on her. That looks really nice. This is a wrap experience level. It's pretty. This looks like broomstick. I wonder if it's broomstick. Non-stick lace and cables. There's like a diagram down there. That's pretty. That's cute. The 2 circles wrap. This one's considered easy. Pretty. I don't know that I'd wear it, but it's cute. That's the... Sorry. That's at the front. Oh, that's a better picture. I like those buttons. Oh, yeah. And then Mimi says she likes that one. My daughter made it here last night safely too. Well, that's good. Macrame look vest. This one's intermediate. This is with fine, super fine yarn, like fingering, whatever yarn. One way. I can never pronounce that right. Yeah, it's cute. And then they have like a special technique section. Locking mattress stitch, duplicate stitch, knotless starting chain, foundation double crochet, the foundation single crochet, end cap finishing stitch. Huh, I haven't heard of that one. Cool. Well, that was nice. That was definitely worth think it was like $3 or $4 that I paid. Not even counting shipping. I got a message. I wonder if it was Stephanie. Nope, it was the mail. So then I bought this one used. I paid a little too much for it, but I think it's out of print currently. I guess the going rate is $13. I think maybe I paid $15 for it used. This was recommended to me from Tiffany. I'm part of the Tiffany Henson's Crochet Club, so this is going to be a totally different book. She mentioned she likes keeping this one around. There's some other patterns of it. Because it reminds her that you can keep it real simple and make really nice stuff that are just like blocks. And these look nice and comfy. So that's one of the sweaters. I haven't made anything from either of these. So this one doesn't really, oh, it does, it's up there. I was like, the ratings are up here. Like up here by the name, easy. So that one's cute. And they use like easy to find like big box store yarns too. So the interesting thing was that I realized when I was going through this the first time was they don't list the yarn on the front page, you know, like where it has the pattern. You actually have to go to the back of this book for the yarn info, for the patterns. So that was the first time I'd kind of seen that, where they're like, sorry, I'm having issues. There we go. What yarn they use. Oh, I'm in pain. Sorry, my neck and back are hurting more. So that's cute. So it's like, hey, this is the schematics. This is how you put stuff together. It looks like simple V-stitch. This is the hoodie. The hoodie's cute. The yarn for the hoodie, Misty hoodie, is Red Heart Unforgettable Bistro color. So imagine that would look great in one of their like other unforgettable colors. Like they have so many other pretty ones like the Rainforest. I want to join her club, but just not sure if I want to. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand. So Michael, I think it has like a free 5 or 7 day trial for free if you want to do that and you want to join and see if you like it or not. She's just learning Tunisian crochet now because it's not something she's been doing. So that's pretty cool. But I may have been a little bit of an influence on that. Like, hey, look at this cool thing I did in Tunisian. Hey, look at this other cool thing I did in Tunisian. Hey, you should totally try Tunisian. So, you know, eventually, you know, there's a little bit of influence there. Then Mimi saying, yeah, that she loves unforgettable yarn. Yeah, so I think that'd look really cool in some other different colorways. I don't know if they color controlled that either. Maybe not, because those don't look like very, you know, very wide panels. So that could just be exactly how it stripes, which would be really cool. I may try that out just because I'm curious. Maybe one day when I'm bored. Even the way the hood striped, that one looks really pretty. In the pockets. So this seems totally up my alley, like totally easily doable, you know, not complicated shaping. And I like that they have the measurements too. That's really handy. And they have the gauge swatch too. So this is black and strappy. That's pretty cool. And I think that'd be flattering in like a lot of different sizes too. And I think this book is size inclusive. I guess they just put the measurements. They don't really put like medium, large, extra large. But a lot of it looks very baggy anyways. You know, like loose fitting. Yeah, you see, like it goes by those measurements there. Oop, there we go. Like 27, 46 and a half, 49. And it looks really clearly written too. Sorry, I was mumbling. More size and picture. Yeah, the slouchy pullover. This is cute. This is done with, I think, the Lion Brand's jeans yarn. Ooh, sorry. I'm getting my right and my left confused because it's a camera and it's inverted. And yeah. Yeah, I agree, Mimi. Again, the book, this one is called Oversized Sweaters by Leisure Arts by Melissa something. Leapman. And then it has even the schematic for that. I mean, even if you're not going to make these, this is still helpful for the diagrams, for the pictures. This one's cool, this poncho. Playful poncho. One size fits most. That looks very comfy. Mimi says, Nessa, thanks for a great time. I must try to sleep now. I appreciate you and we'll watch your video now in morning later. Sure, not a problem. I'm almost done with this and I'm going to sleep soon too. This is the unconstructed jacket. Good night, Mimi. Sweet dreams. I hope you can sleep. So that's really pretty. I could see that in a lot of different colorways. That would look really pretty with Thris's dyed yarn. Just saying. Then I really like here, and it's like nice stitches too. What are they? They're half double crochet. That's why I like it. That makes sense. And then, you know, hey, that's how you build it. I made one like this for on the circular knitting machine for my aunt. Well, it came out a little too big for me, so I gave it to my aunt. I've been meaning to do a tutorial on that on my channel, but I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, and that's it. That's the whole book. And then down here on the bottom, it shows all the pictures of the different patterns in here. But I think a lot of these, Michael, would come good for the Tunisian too. That's why I mentioned I was getting this to have some shapes and get ideas. Good night, Mimi. Yeah, that's a nice poncho. And Yvette saying good night, Mimi, too. There was another book that I've been looking at, but I didn't buy yet. Where'd it go? It's by Selena. I don't have it, though. It's called Crochet in a Weekend. It's 29 different patterns. Oh, I could actually drop the link, though, so you guys can check it out. They have an ebook version, too. I was talking to Michael about that one, about this book. And if you go on Amazon and you go to read a sample, she has a few of her patterns there, but she also has a YouTube video doing a review on that book, and there were a few other reviews on that book. And then Michael says, oh, for sure, those books and magazines are great for ideas. Yeah. And this one with the Crochet in a Weekend with 29 quick to stitch sweaters and shawls and tops and more. She has the patterns there in her Ravelry too, so you can look to see what the patterns are before getting the book, if you want to get that book. But I thought that one would be nice. It would be pretty to make some of the stuff there. And it's really cool because on the Amazon review, you have people commenting and reviewing on the book, on that book, and they show pictures of their makes. So yeah, so I guess I was talking so much during this live, I didn't have any time to crochet anything. Does anybody have any questions? Try to get them all like discombobulated. Because I'm thinking I'm going to call it a night soon. And I wanted to thank everybody. Thank you, Chris, for stopping by, and Mimi and Yvette and Little Lego and Nifty. My next big project. Well, I have that Tunisian blanket I haven't finished. I have the Tunisian cardigan I need to do the sleeves on. I'm still working on this. I think I showed you this, which is the pattern I'm testing for a blanket, but it's corner to corner, so I can't talk too much about it, but I'm actually in the part where I'm starting to square off. And I have like all these ends to weave in. Just all those ends is enough of a project. I have a bunch of, I did like all these granny squares for like a granny square, it's a granny square sampler. It was a crochet along, and I was going to send that to my mom's first cousin. Her niece was the one who passed away a few months ago when, that my cousin passed away, when she passed away from cancer. So the family's been grieving about that. So I was going to put together those blocks and send her the blanket. So I think I may make it a little bigger. So it needs 2 more squares, but I need to weave in all the ends for all the squares, and I need to block all the squares. And I was thinking of maybe making a video about blocking, how I do my steam blocking. And I just honestly haven't gotten around to it. And then I need to add a border to it. Yeah, the pattern I can't exactly. It's the pattern I can't talk about because it hasn't been that blanket. Because that pattern hasn't been released. I think she's not releasing it till fall, so at least she gave us plenty of time to work on it. Good night, Yvette. I'm still not sure how those colors look. I'm gonna make maybe a knotted lovey for my dad, a dino. He doesn't know that. Again, hoping he doesn't see this video. If not, that's like his, belated Father's Day present because I didn't make it in time and I didn't send it yet. I'm also working on Tiffany Hanson's like blanket crochet along, so I have 3 or 4 squares done. So that's a bigger project. That's like 12 squares. Yeah. That's everything I can think of right now that's late at night. Oh, I need to finish that shawl, the pineapple shawl. Oh, I don't think Thriss has seen that. I don't know if Thriss is still here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so close to the camera. Thriss, this is Crystal's pattern, the Wrapped in a Facade. I think it looks better when I put it up against me and then you can see the pineapples. It's using Rena's thread, which is just really pretty. So I have to finish this. This has been a lot to work on because I have to watch a video and follow the video. And this is the yarn. It's Rena Threads yarn on the Etsy, and this is the Gothic Rainbow colorway. Cotton. Yeah, I thought I had shown it to you, Michael. I can't remember. I showed it on that live with Don Aaron on Friday, I think. I can't remember. My days are all blur. But yeah, it's really pretty. But it's definitely challenging to work with because it's very thin yarn. It's like a 2-weight. This is the yarn Michi was showing last night on our members live. But it's like a bunch of different like threads. These threads, little threads put together. So you gotta be careful to when you're stitching that all your threads are together and you're not like losing threads somewhere. So yes, this was my birthday present to myself. So yeah, she used Crystal used the stained glass colorway for this yarn. But yeah, it's just really pretty. But it's like an 18-row repeat. My brain just can't handle that. I wrote down some of the rows and then I got tired of writing. I'm like, this is just too much. So, oh, and I have on my list to do Crystal's, the the shawl along. I haven't started it yet. So Michael, I consider that's going to be a big project because I'm going to have to watch each video and go through it. Oh, okay. Yeah. So then maybe that's why you might have missed that blanket. I think I showed part of it, or I was working on it. The corner to corner one. Oh, sorry. And I think I showed the shawl too. And I think that's my sleeping pill kicking in. And yeah, and then they're both saying that he's pretty. Thank you. I think it's so pretty too. So yeah, usually don't buy yarn that's that pricey, but it looks so beautiful. And I'm like, you know, this is going to be my birthday present for myself, and I'm going to treat myself to that shawl. And I did. And I'm still working on it. Okay, folks. Any other questions? If not, I think I'm going to call it. Ooh, I was at an hour and a half. That's really good. I have 13 viewers. Wow, some lurkers. Thank you guys for coming. If you're a member and if you like the content, please click like and subscribe. Thank you. Good night, Barb. Thank you. I hope that was helpful for the books. I have a lot more crochet books, but yeah, there's a baby one. I've been thinking of doing a video concerning like showing some of my makes that I've done. They were mostly done last year that use rainbow colors and rainbow yarn. I was going to show all those, and then I may show that and review that baby book that I did in one of my other videos that has like all these little cute baby rainbow patterns. Ooh, Therese, I think you'd like that book. I have an extra one if you want one. I can mail it to you. You know, that you have your grandbaby coming. I had bought them at Ollie's, so I got them at a really good price, like $3. But I feel like that's totally up your alley. Rainbow and baby. I showed the book in the last well, not the last video I did. The video I did earlier this week. I was like, oh, I'm not going to show the book, and then I show the book. I'm not going to go through the whole thing tonight, but yeah. It has that pretty blanket and stuff. I thought this one looked really cool too. I would just like be hesitant to join all those motifs together. Holy cow. But it's cute. You know, and then like little like cute like baby rainbow, you know, items. Oh my god, those are adorable. And a little cute cardigan. Oh. No, those are cute. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing I did last time. No, I'm not going to go through the book. And then I show the whole book. Yeah, that's I like that blanket. I think it's neat with those rainbow. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. So cute. Okay. I thought there was more than one blanket in here. Huh. Maybe not. Maybe not. I like that blanket that Mrs. C just finished doing. Mrs. C Cottage, the bubble gum, I think it's called. That would be cute. That would be a really cute baby blanket. Good night, Barb. And Michael says, well, hon, you have a great night. Miss the late night lives. Aw, thank you. Yeah, that's why I decided I should come on. Yeah, it was called Gumball. Thris, yeah, let me know if you, I have two. Let me know if you want one. I'll send it to you if you want it. Want to make stuff for your grandbaby out of it. You see, I was trying to figure where they had that blanket. That one's cute. I like that one. for the nursery. Stroller blanket, maybe? I don't know. You have a gradient floor blanket. I showed that one. That's really weird. How can you show a blanket on the front cover and then not have it in the book? Weird. Watch me find it when I, get off the live. And I'm like, oh, that's where it is. Oh, those are adorable. Sorry. No, I'm not going to show all the things. But then I show all the things. Oh, that's so cute. She's such a cute headband. That reminds me of Dee. This one reminds me of Mama G. Little cute little chevron thing. Okay, that's just... Oh, here it is! I found it! The Climbing Colors blanket. That's pretty. Okay. I want to make that. That's pretty. Looks like a lot of color changes, though. I think it's V-stitches. Oh, that's it. It's just that page. It's just that. That's not bad. It's just all V-stitches. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I know, Michael, I know. I know, right? Yeah, no, Nifty. It was my fail. It wasn't on them. Okay, folks. Good night. Doris, if you decide, you could always just put it in the comments to the video and let me know, or email me. My email's in the about section. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi. He wants to say hi. Special guest. Oh, you telling me it's bedtime? My cutie? I know, buddy. I know. Oh. Here you go. Sorry, that's my messy projects back there. And all the laundry I have to fold. Okay. My mister's calling me. He's saying it's bedtime. My big floof. He's like, Mom, pet me. Pay attention to me. I'm done napping. Okay, good night. Bye. Crystal's live. Crystal, thanks for the shout out. Thank you, Michael, for the shout out today. It was really sweet. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Yeah, I kind of missed our late night lives too. And I know Michael had mentioned it and Stephanie had mentioned she missed it and Mimi. So I was like, okay, I'll just jump on here. So bye. Good night. Jupiter says good night too. Oh, I almost made it to an hour and a half. Okay, bye.